Welcome everyone. This is the example of static routing. Here we have three routers, and the subnet between router 1 and router 2 is 10.1.1.0/24, and the subnet between router 2 and router 3 is 20.1.1.0/24, and we have three loopbacks which we have configured on all the routers. Like on router 1 the loopback is 1.1.1.1, under router 2 we have loopback 2.2.2.2, and under router 3 we have loopback 3.3.3.3. Now the task is to provide the reachability between all the loopbacks of all the routers. So for that reachability we will configure the static routing. Under R1, if you check the configuration, you will find that I have configured one interface 10.1.1.1 and one loopback address. So now we have the reachability for the 10 network and the 1 network, and that is directly connected. So if you check show IP route, you will find that these two networks are directly connected. Now the things where we want to reach is the router 2 loopback, which is 2.2.2.2, and router 3 loopback, which is 3.3.3.3, and the subnet 20.1.1.0. So for that the command is IP route and the destination where we want to go. So that this is the destination, and then the subnet mask. After that we have to provide the next hop IP. So this is the next hop IP for this particular subnet. Same for 3.3.3.3. so this is the reachability, and now the same for the another network, which is 20.1.1.0. So this is the configuration required under router 1. So if you check the command show IP route, you will find that I have configured 3 static routes, and this is the administrative distance of a static route, which is 1. Now go to R2. Under R2, if you will check, you will find that I have configured 2 interfaces as well as 1 loopback. Now for static routing, I have to put the command IP route 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.255, and the next hop is 10.1.1.1. and for the router 3 loopback, the command is 3.3.3.3 255.255.255.255 20.1.1.2. so the command to check the static routing is show IP route static. That is more specific, like what I have configured here. Now go to router 3. Under router 3, the command is show IP interface brief. You will find I have configured 1 interface as well as 1 loopback, and the command is IP route 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.255, and the next hop is 20.1.1.1. Second command is for router 2 loopbacks. Alright, and the third one is the subnet 10.1.1.0 255.255.255.0. Why we are giving .0, that we have already discussed in the subnetting part. So now the command to check it, show IP route static. So let's try to ping the router 1 loopback. So this is the first drop because of the ARP request. Now it is reachable. For router 2 loopback, we'll find the reachability. If we will trace router 1, we will find that it is going first to router 2 and the router 1. So this is the way you can configure the static routing. The command is very simple. The command is like, if I'm show you the syntax, it's IP route, that is the command. Then you have to provide the destination where you want to go. Let's suppose this is the destination, then the subnet mask, and then the next hop IP address that is required. There are a number of other things which you can do. So this is the way we can configure the static routing. It's like used in a very small network, and the drawback is like if some route is not available, then we have to manually remove the routes for the configuration of that particular route. And the benefit is like it's not taking any CPU, so it's save the CPU of the box. So this is the example. Now we can check from router 2 as well. Are we able to reach the loopback of router 1 as well as router 3? So reachability is there. From router 1 point of view as well, you can check router 2 loopback reachability as well as router 3 reachability. So this is the way on Cisco routers you can configure static routing example. Thank you for watching it. Thanks.